What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Casper's Kicks once again. Appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. Hope y'all having a great week so far. It is Wednesday, so we're halfway through the week, almost the weekend. I am ready for the weekend already. So to recap, today is Tuesday. We actually had the drop for the Union and Nike Cortez today, so I'm going to do a quick drop recap over that drop. Like I said, it happened on Union's website today. They have not released on sneakers yet, but they did have two pairs on Union's website today. And honestly, the drop wasn't terrible, but stock was not high like I thought it would be on these shoes. So just gonna do a quick basically discussion over that drop and then a little bit of other sneaker news that we got today. But hopefully y'all enjoy the video, but let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so like I mentioned, today was the drop for two pairs of the Union and Nike Cortez. We got the Sesame pair and then we got the Off Noir pair. Now before we jump into the drop recap over the shoe and resale predictions and all that stuff with the Cortez, let's talk about the Panda Dunk Low. So tomorrow, today is the 21st, so on the 22nd we're supposed to be getting a Panda Dunk Low restock. And shout out to Soul Links, they were one of the ones that did tweet out that we were getting a Dunk restock tomorrow or today when you're watching this video. But the restock is supposed to be at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this is like the new Air Force One at this point, because they are consistently restocking these Pandas. It seems like every month or so we're getting a new Panda restock. And from what I've been seeing on Twitter, it looks like we're going to be getting a good amount of pairs. And they should have a full size run, men's pairs, women's pairs, and GS pairs. So at this point, it's like they're basically trying to get everyone that wants a pair of Panda Dunk Lows to be able to get a pair of Panda Dunk Lows. So if you don't have a pair yet, be ready tomorrow or today. They should be restocking. Should have a lot of pair, not a lot, but a decent amount of pairs. So people that do want them and still have not been able to cop, here's your another chance for you to get a pair of the Panda Dunk Lows. Now, do I think this will be the last time they restock? No, I think we will be seeing more Panda Dunk restocks. Like I mentioned, it seems like this shoe is very popular and they're kind of making it right now where it's the Air Force One, quote unquote, where those are always in stock, and now we're seeing the Pandas always restocking. Although they're not sitting in stores, we do see them restocking on the Nike app and the sneakers app pretty consistently. So once again, Panda Dunks restocking today. Get them if you're interested. 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, let's jump to the Union Cortez and that dropped today. So like I mentioned, they did drop two pairs. They dropped the Sesame pair and the Off Noir pair. Now, the Off Noir pair is the Union exclusive pair, so they will only be releasing on Union's website. The Sesame pair is set to drop on sneakers on June 28th. Retail price on those is $130. So if you're interested in the Sesame pair, they will be dropping on sneakers. That will be your next opportunity to cop the Cortez Sesame pair. Now, they should be releasing at some other like mom and pop shops or those other tier 0 shops. I don't know the exact date for the release date, and it may be the 28th for that pair as well. But you're just gonna have to check your local spots, check their online sites like I'm on Manir and social status, like check the website, see if they're doing raffles on them, if you actually do want pairs of these. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the drop wasn't terrible today. They did just a regular website drop where the password page was up and then you refreshed and then the page popped up. I will say they didn't do a domain change on this one, and if you don't know what a domain change, basically it's another, like they have their main site and then they'll have another site where the shoes actually drop, but they did not do that today. They just released them on their regular Union site. Now, was that an issue? Not really. Things still went smoothly. Yeah, I think the only issue I had was, or I guess everybody had, they dropped probably like 10:01 instead of right at 10, but that really wasn't a big deal. As long as you were on the site, then you were fine to get in. Now, stock, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, wasn't as high as I expected it to be. So for the Off Noir pair, and shout out to Keith Adam for these numbers, the Off Noir pair had 1,885 pairs. And then the Sesame pair had 1,378 pairs. Now, like I mentioned, I thought stock would have been a little bit higher on these because honestly, that many pairs between the two, almost 3K pairs. So I just expected a little more. I don't know what number I expected, but I did expect a lot more pairs. Now, demand on these isn't crazy high from what I've seen, so maybe they had a limited drop because of the limited demand. who knows why stock numbers were so low. I'd be curious to see what they will be on sneakers when the Sesame pair drops. So we'll just have to see if there's a bunch of pairs on sneakers and then Union just didn't have a ton of pairs. I really don't know. Now, from what I saw on Twitter also, people were saying that they weren't shipping them for like 3 weeks. They weren't shipping pairs for 3 weeks. So if you don't get a shipping confirmation right away, then you have to wait just a little bit for them to ship out the pairs. Not sure why it's going to take them so long to ship pairs. Who knows? Now, did I hit on the pairs today? No. So they did do a capture, like the little draw the box, and then they had a question, and I believe the question was like, what month are we on? And I just completely drew a blank on what month we're in. So I had to like go and look at my calendar and be like, are we in June or July? And I just drew a blank. So it took me forever to do that. And I finally got in and got in line, and then it started doing the calculating wait time, and it wouldn't give me a time to calculate the time. So I ended up waiting a couple minutes, and then I refreshed the page and the pairs were already sold out. So yeah, I just had no luck. I was able to get both in my cart, but just was not able to check out to get either pair. So either I have to buy them resale from somebody, or I'll be trying on sneakers to get a pair, or I may just pass on them completely because they're not doing too great on the resale market right now. People just don't seem to be too interested in these, which it's a Cortez, so it fits a specific area of the sneaker community, which is understandable. Now, let's actually talk about resale prices on these. So I did look on StockX at the market right now. So I just looked at my size, which was an 11.5. And for the Sesame pair, the last sale was $220, but the lowest ask is $199 and the highest bid is $180. Retail price on these was $130. So there's a little bit of money to be made, but I would expect that to drop down when pairs start coming in from Union, and then also when pairs from sneakers start to come in. So if you have pairs in hand now, I wouldn't hold them. Me personally, I would just sell them and then put my money somewhere else, especially because I do think price will end up going down on the Sesame pair, especially because we're getting another release of those. Now, moving to the Off Noir pair, same thing, 11.5 on that pair. Now, they haven't had a sale on the Off Noir pair, and market right now, lowest ask is $398 and highest bid is $240. So prices are going a little bit more on the Off Noir pair, because it's the Union exclusive colorway. Do I see them staying up there? Probably not. I can see that shoe dropping down a little bit as well. Just, it's hard with Cortezes just because not everybody loves them. Some people do, some people don't. It's really just you just kind of know your area, know your audience, or know your customer. So I wouldn't recommend holding on to these. That's me personally. If I can get a pair off sneakers, I won't hold on to it. I'll probably get rid of it pretty quick and put my money somewhere else. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think resale-wise on these. Are you holding them? Are you just quick selling them? What are you doing resale-wise with these Union Cortezes? Now, moving on to the last bit of information with these. Now, these aren't the only two colors we are getting. We are set to get 2 additional colors of the Union LA Cortezes. And one color looks like it's like a light tan, yellow, blue, and red colorway. And then the other colorway is like a darker gray, blue, yellow, and red colorway. So those are the 2 additional colorways that we should be getting of the Union Cortez. I don't know specifically when they do drop because Union did not post on their Instagram when they did drop, but they said it was sometime around the corner. So I would expect sometime maybe within the next month we could be seeing those 2 pairs drop. I think we're just getting 4 pairs total, but you never know. They may surprise us with another additional colorway just to throw in the pot. I know when they did their sneakers live, they talked about the pairs that they had, and they had multiple colorways and multiple samples of pairs. So we know 4 are coming out right now. Well, 2 released today, and then we have 2 more coming. We could potentially see more. It'll just be a wait and see. But let me know how y'all feel about the Union Cortezes. Did you have a preference between the Off Noir colorway or the Sesame colorway? I think me personally, I like the Sesame colorway better. But is it a must cop for me? No, I don't need these in my collection. Will I try for retail? Yes, more specifically just to bring y'all a review over them. But if I don't get them, will I trip? No, it's not really a big deal for me. I'd rather just put my money into something else than have these Union Cortezes and nobody wants to buy them in the area that I'm in. And I really don't know too many people that are big fans of Cortezes, so you know, it's just one of those things where it's a collab and it's got some hype to it, but is it really worth all that? No, kind of like the Off-White Air Force One mids. You know, they're kind of in the same boat to where it's a collab, it's got some hype to it, but are they really worth, like, if you want to resell, are they really worth reselling? To me, no. It's more just for personal wear if people like them or actually just want to put them on feet. But that is the drop recap today. Let me know if y'all are able to cop either the Off Noir colorway or the Sesame colorway off of Union's website. Let me know if you're going for pairs on sneakers. Once again, they released on June 28th for $130. So if you're interested in them, be ready on sneakers that day. And hopefully sometime soon we get the other two colorways if y'all are interested in those as well. But as always, I do appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. Hope y'all have a great rest of the week. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, turn on the notification bell so you can stay today when I post new content. And as always, I will catch y'all in the next video.